Hi everyone. In this lesson, we will be dealing with the errors. So first of all, what is meant by error? So as you already know, any measurement, we are measuring with the instrument. So there is a lot of chances. There are many chances are there for making errors. So what is meant by error? Error means it is the main difference between the true value and the measured value. That means the difference between true value and the measured value. And that is called what? Error. So always remember, while you are doing any measurement, we are always trying to minimize the error. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about the different types of errors and how we can minimize the error, etc. Okay, so let's start the different types of errors discussion. So which are the errors in measurements? So the first type of error is called constant error. What is the first type? Constant error. Second type is called systematic error. Systematic error. Coming under systematic error is again divided into four categories. One is called instrument error or instrumental error, imperfections in the experimental technique, personal error, and last one is error due to external error. The next type of error is called random error, and one more that is called least count error. So we have already learned the least count. So this is a least count error related to least count. And the last one is called gross error. Now let's discuss in detail one by one. Okay. So the first type of error is called constant error. The name implies the main meaning of this one called what? Constant. That means error is constant. So what is meant by constant error? If the same error is repeated every time in a series of observation, and that is called what? Constant error. Always it is the same type of error is coming there. And this is called what? Constant error. And that is mainly due to faulty calibration of instrument. So that means we are not properly adjusted the instrument. So that is due to faulty calibration of instrument. And measuring same physical quantity. So we are doing a measuring the physical quantity. Chances of error is called what? Constant error. Always the same type of error is coming there. So how we can minimize this type of error? So how we can minimize here? Measure the same physical quantity with different methods. So you are calculating or using different methods to find this value. So after using different methods, if you find the mean value, so the constant error somewhat we can minimize. Clear? So using different methods for reducing or minimize the constant error. Now let's move to the next one, is called systematic error. So what is meant by systematic error? Error which tend to occur in one direction. That means error may be either positive or it may be negative. So always it will show in one direction, either positive or negative. It will never come both. Clear? So this type of error is called what? Systematic error. So coming under systematic error, you should know what is the systematic error. So also we can say that error due to known causes. So systematic error means we can also say that error due to known causes. That means we know the reason, we know the cause. So simply we can what? Focus on that source of error. And it is associated with the measuring system. It is associated with the measuring system. Measuring system means what? The instrument as well as the person who is measuring that quantity. So that is called what? Measuring system. So these are the systematic error concept. Now let's move to the systematic error types. The first one is called instrumental error. So simply the name itself, we can say that error due to the inbuilt defect of measuring instrument. inbuilt defect. So defect in the instrument itself, and that is called what? Instrumental error. So one of the simple examples here, while you are measuring with the ruler, one end of the ruler may be wearing off. So due to that one, the value what we are getting may not be correct one. So that is one of the example for instrumental error. Another error is called a zero error. So one of the important error is zero error. While we are using vernier caliper, zero of the main scale as well as the zero of the vernier scale must coincide when there is no object is keeping in between the jaws, right? So we can say that if both are coincide, we can say that what? There is no error. If both are not coincides, then we can say that there is an error is there, and that error is called what? Zero error. So that may occur in the vernier caliper. So these are the example for instrumental error. Now let's discuss about the second one coming under systematic error. That is the imperfections in an experimental technique. Imperfection in the experimental technique. So that is a definitely imperfection in experimental technique. That is due to limitations of experimental arrangement. So some problem will be there in the arrangement of this experimental arrangement. So that is the case, imperfections in the experimental technique. Now move to the next one is the personal error. Definitely a person is doing this experiment using any instrument. So chances of error will be there due to instrument as well as the error due to the person. Okay. So what is the reason for the personal error? That is due to individual bias, lack of attentiveness, bad sight, or one more example is called what? Parallax error. What is meant by parallax error? A simple example. If you are measuring, maybe you are looking at the reading of maybe one cylinder, measuring cylinder. So always our eye level must be what? Exactly perpendicular to the reading. Or if you are measuring with a ruler, if you are measuring the reading, the eye level must exactly perpendicular to the ruler, right? Perpendicular to the ruler. If you are keeping maybe our head is now slightly displaced, and if you are looking the reading, there is a chance for error is there, and that is due to this looking. It should be what? Perpendicular to the ruler. So this error is called what? Parallax error. So always while you are looking taking a reading, the eye level must be exactly coincides. Okay, and that if it is not done, there is an error chance is the slight error chance is the, and that error is called what? Parallax error. Okay, so this is coming under what? Personal error. Now let's move to the next one, that is called error due to external error. Error due to external agency. Simple example. The error due to change in external condition. What is the meaning of that one? Error due to external change in external condition mean there may be a variation of wind, pressure, temperature, etc. Simple example. While you are measuring the length using a ruler, and the ruler is a steel ruler. Just imagine a steel ruler. During the daytime, just imagine the atmospheric temperature is very high. What may happen to the steel ruler? There is a chance for expansion of the steel ruler. So while it is expanding, definitely we can say that the value which is measured using that ruler will be what? Wrong value. So it depends upon the external condition change, there is a chance for error, and that error we can say here error due to external error, and these all are coming under which error? Systematic error. Now let's move to the next one, is called random error. What is the meaning of random? So it is not coming always same, it is changing. Always while you are taking the reading, there will be always a slight change will be there in the each reading. So what is meant by random error? You can see here, error which occur irregularly and at random in magnitude and direction. Random in magnitude and direction. That may be either positive or may be negative. Either positive or may be negative. So how you can avoid this random error? Take many reading and find the mean value. Okay. Now let's move to the next error is called what? Least count error. So as you already know what is meant by least count, the minimum value that can be measured using any instrument, and that is called what? Least count. So what is meant by least count error? smallest error that can occur in any measurement. It cannot be avoided in any measurement. That type of error is called what? Least count error. The error which cannot be avoided in any measurement of physical quantity, and that is called what? Least count error. So least count error may be positive or may be negative. Least count is always positive, but the error may be either positive or negative, and that is called what? Least count error. Move to the next one, that is called gross error. What is meant by gross error? We can simply say that it is due to carelessness. It is due to the person's carelessness. We can say, right, carelessness or improper adjustment of instrument. So these are the different types of errors what we have discussed. Okay, I hope it is clear. Thank you all of you.